Classes in session. Yeah.
I got this question. I was thinking about this the other day. Is we know when we feel like our best, and I meant it really simply, and you kind of took it deeper. It's like, because like, when you just feel good when like you're working out, you're eating well, and you're working on projects you like you feel like I own my life. I
Right.
get it, right? And why do we get off that? Even I get off that. Like, in
I think monks get off of that.
yeah, like
Right.
I don't know what that is, because like, no, I don't know if you can constantly stay. Or my journey is to get in that mode and stay there. And the thing is, it's so simple. Like, I know exactly what I need to do every day to feel like I'm a boss, and it's so simple of just get up, and I have it on my billboard up there. Get up early, start with a workout, win the day.
Right.
You start there. And you kind of talked about it for small victories, and that's how I kind of use my small victories.
Right.
But if you get thrown off on just one of those things, you sleep in an hour, like, it totally throws you off, and you don't feel like a boss anymore. And I'm like, what is that, and why that? Like, because it kind of steamrolls or snowballs, and you do the next day, you're not winning. But I mean, even with me, I try to kind of check myself into that, because it's
Right.
Because it's like, if you feel great, like, this is where I feel the best.
Why do I do anything
Why
else?
do I? Yeah, why?
And I don't know if so. I think that we have two beings, right? Or two sides of us. And I think it's all being closer to your true self, right? Like, so when you're on your own time, when you're flowing on your own rhythm, and you're beating to the own drum, you are in sync, right? Mind, body, and soul.
Right.
And when you're in sync with mind, body, and soul, let's get into my belief system, you're in sync with sun, moon, and stars, right? Because the sun sets at a certain time as well as it rises at a certain time. So, but at a point of that day, the sun is beaming its loudest, right? Like, or you're feeling the heat, no matter if it's in the winter, spring, or fall. That's what everybody is trying to get to, that 12 o'clock point, that peak point, and stay there. And I don't know if you can, because the sun can't, right?
Mate.
But the drive of it is going to come to just getting there. Like, get into the journey of, like, every day getting better and better, being channeled. And man, when you're like, that's a high that I chase daily.
I'm always about,
You're
like,
right.
like, every day it's like, I know, just go to bed early. Like, go to bed
Get
in
early.
8. Yeah, it's like, if you go to bed at 8 p.m., you're set.
And I call it potholes because we're talking about the road to success.
Yeah.
So on a road, it's potholes. Like, you can damage your rim, especially everybody that has big rims. You know, I come from that culture. You can crack a rim real easy. It's the potholes. But I feel like the potholes are placed in the road for real drivers. Because a real driver can spot a pothole a couple feet away, and he swerve out of the way real easy. So that's how I kind of look at my life, because it's like, all right, all of a sudden I get an alert. Netflix put up a new special. I'm like, shit, I want to watch that.
Yeah.
But do I give that time to Netflix, or do I give that time to myself?
Yeah.
And that's a daily battle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like how you said there's two. Yeah, there's like two versions. And I was really resonating. I'm gonna actually, I'll ask you, what is that? Because we have I'll say your productive side, like your goal journal. What's that other side?
Ooh, that's a lazy person right there. That's mediocre. Like, okay, Jay the Great, right? Like, the reason why I'm calling myself Jay the Great, because I constantly want to be great. I feel like Alexander the Great was great just in his name alone. If you spoke his name and you constantly speaking his name, you're constantly speaking into existence. So I'm just trying to be great, right? Like because I'm really fighting with my twin, right? Like, I'm really fighting with the lazy Jack.
It's a struggle. I think that's why I also say I'm in a dark, like, just dark mindset, because it's I'm fighting every day. Because, like, my other side that's not doing all this, and because people are like, oh, you're so motivated, but it's like, the other part of me, I just want to play video games, dude.
So in the culture, we call it a fuck boy,
Yeah,
right?
that's what I call it. It's like when you're being a fuck boy, like that's I don't want to be that. It's like everyone's like, why aren't you playing video games? They're talking about new Xbox coming
So
out.
it's
And
some
I'm like,
fuck boy shit.
yeah, and it's just like I want to like I totally
Truly.
yeah. It's like I love
love-
that. It makes me it makes me happy. But it's just like I know if I do that, that takes me down a road because that makes it. Then I'm staying up to 2 a.m. and doing that, and that throws me off what we were saying. That
Hell
that
yeah.
best mode that we're in.
Hell yeah.
It deviates. I love that, and that'd be a cool path I can fantasize about. Oh, it'd be really great to spend all day video game, but nope. I'm gonna do this design that may not mean shit. But
so like mine's like so I have an inner fuck boy, right? Like so my inner fuck boy every day. I'm making a little bit of money now, right? And my productive side on the actual real estate and the actual finances, right? That's being productive. That's what we call it. The profits from that, the good Jay or the Jay the Great, right, will go take that money, reinvest it. Don't let anybody knows what you're bringing in.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone know what you're actually acquiring. Just keep reinvesting, snowball it. Just keep building it up. Just keep building it up. But the fuck boy in me wants a 6'4" Impala. Like I love an old school, and I want a convertible, and they cost them much. You know what I mean? They cost about 20 and up, and I can go grab one. Like I can go get that, but then I just committed to being a fuck boy.
dude, I've done the same thing. It's like that.
I see the motorcycle.
That's the thing. And I'm so glad you brought that up because that's what I've been thinking about the last month. It's like I love being on a bike.
Right.
And I ride sports bikes for everybody, and it's like something about going 140, 120. It's just I love it. It's freedom, but it's just like how is that getting to me where I want to go? And I'm like I've been on this thing the last month. I'm like I should sell it, and she's a new baby this year, and I'm like
she's a pretty baby.
and it's like, but I'm like I should sell it, man. And I can take that money, take that $5-6 grand, invest it in some new equipment. Just put it in.
Because you know how our minds work, like entrepreneur minds. We go, yeah, I can sacrifice it for the day to buy 5 of them in 5 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I thought about it. I was like, hey, maybe in 5-10 years I get back into it. But like that's why I've told myself, and it's probably gonna happen. I feel bad for all my motorcycle friends. It's like I'm gonna have to get rid of it because it's like sacrifice all the toys and everything. Because man, we got things to do.
Hell yeah, because I got a lot of friends that got like a lot of nice cars, and I'm sitting over here going, man, I keep telling like it's probably like how when you bought the bike, like you like, oh yeah, I love this, I need this.
Yeah, and you'll feel happy after, and I'm happy when I'm on it, and I love every time I'm like, that's my baby. Like, I call it my girlfriend because that like oh, and it like it's hot. Like I love it.
People that ride bikes know exactly what you mean.
It's a different type of feeling. Like if you ride 2 wheels, like
the same way housewives feel about their kids, it's the same way you feel about your bike, right?
Yeah, and there's so many things I won't get into, like, but it's just like, but it's like, hey, if you have this dream and you want to go full board, like, you're faking it.
You're faking it.
You're faking it. It's like, hey, you're talking this, but you're putting money into another thing.
Do you think because no one is seeing that sacrifice?
Yeah.
Like, and I think we kind of get mad as entrepreneurs because no one sees our sacrifice and they only see our success, and they go, "Oh, you had it easy," or "You're not really sacrificing anything." Like, you don't know what the fuck I'm giving up to do this. Like, and I'm giving up like childhood dreams for real life dreams.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing that irritates me. Does that irritate you that people don't see your losses or things that you have to give up?
Oh yeah, people think this is like so easy. Like I essentially have 3 jobs, right?
Right.
And people are now like, "Oh, I'm really proud of you." Like, what do you mean? Like, I mean, I'm still in like I'm not successful creative by any means yet, but like I'm in it like I'm just in a dark space all the time. And like, what are you talking? Like this stuff is I'm not happy and like all this stuff that I have to do and it's like giving up time because like, hey, I would love to play more soccer. I would love to kind of hang out with you guys, but you don't understand. Like people don't get it. And that's where I like before I kind of would get mad like but it's I understand it now more. It's like no one gets it. And that's where I was going like no one gives a shit. not your
No one
parents,
gives a damn.
not your girlfriend. This is a joke. Everyone thinks this is silly.
Not your meemaw, your nana.
Yeah, it's just like they don't see it. I'm like, I'm giving up free time. I'm giving up like what I love to do: video games, motorcycles, everything. And that's why I think it goes into like this is a necessity. This isn't for fun and games. Like this is real.